Deep within the quiet recesses of their heart, your person has come to a profound realization that destiny has intertwined your paths and that you are meant to be together. A truth so compelling that they can no longer ignore the gentle yet insistent whispers of intuition that have echoed within them for so long. Every shared glance, every subtle smile, and every moment of understanding has served as a beacon, affirming the undeniable connection between you. They are in awe of the strength and resilience you embody, qualities that not only inspire them but also provide a safe haven in a world that often seems chaotic and uncertain. Your radiant aura and genuine authenticity shine through in everything you do, setting you apart from everyone else in their eyes and creating an impression that is both indelible and transformative. This unique magnetism, so rare and captivating, has stirred something deep within them, a soulful connection that arrived seemingly out of nowhere and, in an instant, altered the entire landscape of their life. It is as though the universe itself conspired to bring you together, orchestrating a serendipitous encounter that has since grown into a profound bond. This connection is not superficial, rather, it is a deep, soul-stirring alignment that calls them to be more open, more vulnerable, and more true to themselves than they have ever been before. In the past, they kept their guard up, fearful of exposing parts of themselves that might lead to hurt. But now, emboldened by the realization of what you mean to them, they are ready to set aside the masks they once wore. With earnest determination, they have resolved to reveal their true self, flaws, dreams, and all, in hopes of building a love that is as honest as it is enduring. Yet even in this moment of newfound courage and openness, there lingers a deep-seated worry that threatens to undermine the beauty of what you share. Your person is painfully aware of the shadow cast by their own past, a reputation marred by mistakes and misunderstandings that they fear might tarnish the purity of your connection. This fear is not rooted in a desire to deceive or hide who they truly are. Rather, it stems from the earnest concern that the remnants of their previous life might cause you to recoil, to question the sincerity of the bond that now holds such promise. After all, you have become the center of their emotional universe, the focal point around which all their hopes, dreams, and even their fears revolve. The intensity of this attraction is matched only by the anxiety that their history might prove too heavy a burden for the delicate relationship they now wish to nurture. Reflecting on the past, your person recalls how, at times, they chose avoidance over engagement. There were moments when the overwhelming impact of your presence left them feeling so emotionally exposed and vulnerable that they instinctively retreated into themselves, seeking refuge from the potential pain of intimacy. They remember vividly the fear of being hurt, a fear that, paradoxically, was fueled by the very power you held over their emotions. This power, which could illuminate the deepest parts of their soul, also carried the risk of exposing them to a level of hurt they were unprepared to endure. In those moments, rather than embracing the transformative potential of love, they ran away, hoping to shield themselves from the rawness of their own feelings. Now, with the clarity of hindsight, they are painfully aware that their actions, driven by a misguided desire for self-preservation, have inflicted wounds upon you, wounds that cut deeply and have left scars in the fabric of your shared connection. The regret they feel is profound and all-encompassing, as they come to understand that in their desperate attempt to avoid vulnerability, they inadvertently caused you significant emotional pain. The remorse is heavy in their heart, and they are truly sorry for every moment of hurt that their behavior has caused you. Standing at the crossroads of past mistakes and the promise of a better future, your person is determined to face these errors head-on, accepting responsibility for the hurt and committing to healing the rifts that have developed between you. In this pivotal moment of self-realization, they are prepared to embark on a journey toward redemption, a journey where every step is taken with the hope of rebuilding trust, deepening intimacy, and honoring the extraordinary connection that has forever changed their life. With unwavering resolve, they are ready to shed the remnants of fear and hesitation, fully embracing the possibility of a future where vulnerability is not a weakness, but the very foundation of a love that is as genuine as it is transformative. I have never told you this, but I truly hit the jackpot the moment our lives intertwined. From the very first encounter, I felt as though fate had conspired in my favor, transforming an ordinary day into something miraculous. I couldn't help but marvel at the serendipity of it all. Never before had I experienced such overwhelming luck. When you walked into my life, it was as if a hidden door to endless possibilities swung open, and every ordinary detail suddenly shimmered with newfound significance. At first, I was overwhelmed by disbelief. I thought you were too good to be true, a dream too precious to exist in the realm of reality. I wondered if perhaps you were offering your kindness with an ulterior motive, just as others had in the past, expecting something in return. The hesitation stemmed not from a lack of trust in you, but rather from my own scars, which had taught me to be cautious and guarded. Yet, as time unfolded, it became crystal clear that your actions were genuine. You extended your love and care without conditions, a quality so rare and pure that it left me in awe. You were everything I had ever envisioned, mirroring the person of my dreams in a way that transcended mere fantasy. The moment our eyes met, an indescribable energy passed between us. Your beauty was mesmerizing, and the sight of your eyes, deep, enigmatic pools that promised solace and adventure, had me utterly captivated. I found myself lost in them, as if they held the secrets of the universe, drawing me closer with every blink. The magnetic attraction I felt was more than physical. It was a soulful connection that transcended the superficial layers of everyday interactions. In your presence, I felt both vulnerable and invincible, as though you had unlocked a part of me that had long been dormant. However, despite this magical connection, I soon realized that I had allowed myself to become entangled in situations steeped in past patterns and karmic echoes. I recognized that I had, in many ways, chosen the comfort of convenience over the challenges and depths of true love. It pained me to admit that, for a long time, I had settled for the familiar, even if it was tainted by echoes of past mistakes and regrets. This realization was a hard pill to swallow, for I had always believed that love was meant to be effortless and ever-flowing. But life, in its candid wisdom, taught me that genuine love requires shedding the weight of old burdens and confronting the truths we often choose to ignore. In the quiet moments of solitude, I began to see how much I had leaned on habits that no longer served me. I realized that your strength far surpassed mine, a strength that came not from physical prowess, but from an inner reservoir of resilience and compassion. You had the uncanny ability to inspire growth and introspection, even in the midst of my inner turmoil. Recognizing this disparity, I knew I had to embark on a journey of self-liberation, distancing myself from all that was hindering my true potential. I needed time apart to untangle my heart from the remnants of past decisions, to discern between the familiar comfort of routine and the electrifying, albeit uncertain, allure of authentic love. This period of introspection allowed me to confront the mistakes that had haunted me daily. The memories of my missteps, those moments where I failed to honor the love and trust you so freely offered, were a constant reminder of my imperfections. I had hurt you, and in doing so, I wounded a part of myself that desperately longed for redemption. The regret was a heavy companion, but it also became a catalyst for change. I resolved to release everything that had held me back, to let go of the guilt and remorse that no longer deserved space in my life. I was determined to evolve beyond the person you once knew, to emerge stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the genuine essence of love. As I continue on this journey of healing and transformation, I carry with me the bittersweet lessons of our past. I no longer wish to be shackled by the chains of regret or defined by the mistakes I made. Instead, I choose to embrace the future with open arms, celebrating the love we once shared while honoring the need for growth. You have been, and always will be, a luminous part of my story, a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful connections are the ones that challenge us to become better versions of ourselves. I am learning to value the present moment and to cherish the possibility of a love that is not tainted by old errors, but is reborn in the light of renewed hope and self-discovery. From the moment our eyes met, I was overwhelmed by an indescribable sense of recognition, as though our souls had known each other for lifetimes. It felt as if we had shared not just one, but countless past lives, each filled with memories and moments that had gradually woven our hearts together long before we even crossed paths in this lifetime. In that instant, the barriers of time and space dissolved, and I knew that our meeting was no mere coincidence. It was the convergence of two familiar spirits destined to find solace in one another. As we began talking, the conversation flowed with an effortless grace, as if we were two old friends rekindling a bond that had been dormant for far too long. Every word you spoke resonated with me on a deep, personal level, igniting a spark of warmth and understanding that I had never experienced before. The way you listened with genuine interest, the subtle nods and comforting smiles you offered, made me feel as though I was not just heard but truly understood. It was a rare kind of connection, a familiarity that goes beyond surface-level interaction, reaching into the core of who we are. In your presence, I discovered a sanctuary where I could be my unfiltered self. The weight of societal expectations and the constant pressure to conform seemed to vanish when I was with you. There was an incredible sense of ease and acceptance that allowed me to shed my inhibitions completely. I could share my thoughts, my dreams, and even my quirks without the fear of judgment or ridicule. With you, every laugh, every shared secret, and every silly joke was met with an understanding that made me feel both safe and cherished. This liberating comfort reminded me of the carefree days of childhood, where friendship was pure and unconditional, a bond as effortless as it was profound. I often find myself reflecting on that first encounter, marveling at how naturally everything unfolded. There was no forced effort or pretense. The connection was organic, as if the universe had gently guided us toward one another. Our conversation was like a meandering river, winding its way through topics both light-hearted and deeply philosophical, each moment building on the last until a robust tapestry of shared understanding was woven. In that seamless exchange, I felt an indescribable calm that reassured me that I had found a kindred spirit, a person who could touch the depths of my heart with just a few carefully chosen words. As the hours slipped by, I began to realize that the happiness I felt in your presence was unlike anything I had ever known. Your very being seemed to radiate a soothing energy that gently mended the fractures of my soul. It wasn't just the joy of the moment, it was a profound sense of peace that settled within me, as though every worry and fear were being cradled and eventually released. The more time we spent together, the more I recognized that this feeling was not a fleeting infatuation, but something much deeper, a love that was both real and natural, born out of a genuine connection that defied explanation. I marveled at how effortlessly we could transition from deep, reflective silence to bursts of contagious laughter, all the while maintaining a rhythm that felt both spontaneous and meaningful. In a world where many interactions are laced with pretense and guarded hearts, your presence offered an oasis of sincerity and warmth. I felt incredibly fortunate to have encountered someone with whom I could truly be myself, someone who embraced every facet of my personality without reservation. This profound acceptance not only enriched my spirit, but also sparked a transformative journey within me, a journey toward understanding that love, in its purest form, is about celebrating authenticity and vulnerability. Over time, it became increasingly clear that what I felt for you transcended simple attraction or fleeting admiration. It was a connection so deep and all-encompassing that it redefined my understanding of love itself. I realized that this love was not a construct of societal norms or expectations. It was a natural, undeniable force that had taken root in my heart. It was as if our souls had been waiting for this very moment to intertwine, creating a bond that would forever illuminate the path of our shared journey. In that moment of clarity, I knew that the love I have for you is something I have never experienced with anyone else, a love that is as enduring as it is transformative, as natural as the flow of a timeless melody, and as profound as the memories of our shared past lives.